Hey farm friends, Rachel Moser here with Behold Again Farm. Rather than typing out an email, we're going to do a quick video with a couple of updates. Number one, the last 10 hogs that we have going to the butcher for sure this fall, I guess it's winter, we have 10 hogs going to Paradise on January 2nd. We are not going to order any ham steaks or ham roasts unless they've been pre-ordered. So I've got products on the website that you can go in and pre-order those. Ideally, just do an order with only those on them. Don't put your milk for the week or anything on them. And they will likely be available the third week of January. So you could select your normal drop point day for the third week of January if you're pre-ordering those. So they're $10 a pound for either 2 ham steaks that will be a 1/2 inch thick. So about 5 pounds per package. So it'd be about $50 per package. Or if you want a ham roast, these are very large hogs. So we're going to have the ham roast done as approximately 1/4 ham. Between 5 and 6 pounds is kind of what we're aiming for, 4 to 6 pounds. Otherwise, if we end up with 20-pound hams, they never sell. So if you want ham, you need to pre-order. We will not have just random ham on the website for people to order. If you want it, you need to pre-order, and we will have it cured specifically for you. Sorry, my dogs are fighting each other. I need to submit that cut sheet this week because of the Christmas holiday. They're getting all of those cut sheets ready this week. So by Wednesday morning at 8 a.m., I need to know if you want ham steaks or ham roasts by just pre-order straight through the website. It's not going to charge you yet because I have to authorize those. It's just going to show as needs approval. Second thing, we are having some jars come back. So what happens is if you run your jars through your dishwasher and your dishwasher is not a fabulous dishwasher, it will flick crud into the jar and then bake it in the jar during your rinse cycle or your dry cycle. And so we try really hard to look for those that have little fleckas like baked inside the jars. We run every jar through our commercial dishwasher twice, and then it has a superheated booster hot water rinse to sanitize them. So if the jars are coming already clean, we're primarily just sanitizing. If your jar is coming caked in dried milk, please wash your jar so that we don't have to sit and manually scrub those jars. If you have crap in your jar, like rotting milk, it's going to sit in that jar for usually at least 3 days before we wash those jars based on our cycle. So it's really nasty if those jars have come back dirty. But the bigger issue that we're having right now is every week we're having at least 10 to 15 jars making it through our wash system, getting milk bottled that just have little fleckas that are kind of being baked in there from people's dishwashers. So just please really inspect your jar before you bring it to us and make sure that there's not just dishwasher crap kind of baked inside of it. Because our dishwasher just doesn't, if it's baked in there, it just doesn't come out unless you manually scrub it. So check that for us, please. And then when you're picking up your milk, whether you're pulling it out the ice chest yourself or we're pulling it out and handing it to you, we just ask that you, before you walk away with your milk, double check your jars and make sure that they're clean, because we don't want you to get home and be like, crud, I'm not going to drink this milk because it has a dirty jar. We're really trying to catch these before they come through, but sometimes you just can't see them until there's milk in the jar. And the way we bottle, the jars are already in the ice chest when we're bottling. And so the bottler just can't see every angle of the jar once the crud would be visible with white milk in there. It's harder to see in a clear jar. Anyway, so just if you're able to double check your jar before you walk away, that would be great. And then the third thing is every Christmas season, we get a few people who call us and tell us that their milk soured early. And it's usually for 2 reasons. One is that they picked up their milk and then they went Christmas shopping and they left their milk in their car, or they put their milk down by where their heater is blowing. So make sure that if you're picking up your milk and you're not going straight home, well, even if you are going straight home, please bring an ice chest or insulated bags and some ice packs to make sure your milk stays really cold during transport. Because if you're jacking up your heat in your car, sometimes that's blowing hot straight onto your jars. If you're going to go Christmas shopping, you need to make sure it's staying really cold while you're Christmas shopping. So, and then the other reason why sometimes people's milk will sour is if your fridge is dying. And I don't know what it is about Christmas time. It's like the manufacturers time it so that your fridge will die during Christmas or something. But we always have a couple of people whose fridges just aren't maintaining temperature. Sometimes if their fridge is in their garage, I don't know if it's the colder that it gets that sometimes their compressor starts to act up. So in the heat of the summer and the freezing cold of the winter, sometimes garage fridges will malfunction. So if your milk is ever souring too quickly, double check that your fridge is actually maintaining the proper temperature. The milk needs to stay below 38 degrees ideally. Anything over 40, it can start to culture. So we recommend 36 to 38 degrees. And even if your thermostat is saying that it's set to 38 degrees, if your compressor is dying, it's not going to maintain that temperature. So if your milk ever sours and you have a thermometer that you can stick in that will go below, go that low, you can double check the actual milk temperature. And if it's over 40 degrees, that's why your milk is souring, is it's not staying cold enough. I think that that's everything that I wanted to mention. And then just a reminder that the dates for the Christmas week and New Year's week are slightly bumped. So I sent those out. I'll repost it in this email. We've just had an update with the software that will allow me to bump your subscription order a day ahead or a day forward before the order solidifies. So I'm going to go in and start bumping subscriptions. But if you're not going to be there for the adjusted pickup day, then you can skip your order. There was a software update recently where we can no longer edit the payment method in subscriptions. I sent an email to our software company and hopefully they're going to fix that soon. But if you're ever having issues with the website, just reach out to me and I can do a lot more from the back office than you guys can do from the front end. And a lot of times it's really fast for me to just deal with it. They've been doing some ongoing improvements, but I don't know what happened where they lost that ability for me to change payment methods for subscriptions. So hopefully they fix that soon. Alrighty, I think that's it. Hopefully everyone is safe and warm. And another question that we've had from people lately is what happens if the weather is bad during the winter? We do our best to always do deliveries if the roads are safe. It takes a lot for us to not do a delivery because that's where all of our money is actually made, is when you pick up your product. But if the weather is ever bad enough that we need to bump it, we will usually reschedule the delivery for the next day or 2 days later. And we will contact everyone via text or email if we're having to do a last minute cancellation. So please make sure we have your correct email address on file and that we have your correct phone number. And we'll call it good for now. There are some of you who have unsubscribed from our email or that I just know that you're not getting our emails. So you probably wouldn't get this one either, but hopefully we have valid phone numbers for everyone so we can get in touch with you. Alrighty, Merry Christmas.